This week's show is sponsored by PrintByMagic.com. We print directly to your bicycle playing cards.
Hello and welcome to the Magic World Review Show. I am James Anthony and this is...
Daniel Meadows.
He is back on the show once again. Did I tell you, we've actually reached our 50... I think it's 52 this is now. This is 52. Number 52.
It's quite impressive. No one thought you had it in you.
I know. We thought it was going to end. We thought, we thought a couple of weeks max. We've actually done pretty well at this, haven't we?
Survived a year.
Thank you for all the subscribers and all the help and all the watchers out there. It's fantastic that we've got your support. So today we're going to be reviewing two products, and we're going to be reviewing Implausibilities, and we're going to be reviewing The Count by Alex Pandrea. Oh, yeah, that's right. And of course, we'll be then showing you a little competition, giving you a chance to win something, because we know how you like competitions at home. How's that?
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan, doesn't it?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so let's get started with which one shall we do? Let's go with this one first.
Go with The Count.
The Count by Alex Pandrea, and this DVD retails at £14.99. And this week, of course, because I've been getting ready for Christmas and dealing with sales and everything, I've left both of these products in the capable hands of Daniel Meadows.
Just finished my masters, so I finally have a little bit of time back again.
Yes.
So yes.
You be on the show every week now.
No.
2 shows a week.
No. So I volunteered to help out, as I was interested in both these products and the buzz around them.
Yes, and I've just been dealing with stuff in the office. So for you to do this, it's been a massive help. Thanks, man. Appreciated. Boom. Teamwork. It's time for one of those moments.
No, carry on.
Okay, all right. Anyway, let's get going. The Count. Alex Pandrea, let's cut to the trailer of this product now.
Hi everybody, I'm Alex Pandrea and I want to welcome you to The Count. The Count is my version of the any card at any number type plot, or the card at any number, or any sort of version of that you might already be familiar with. The Count lets you take this plot and make it your own. There's many different versions that we're going to go into, from the traditional any card at any number, to a card at any number, to a stop trick, and so on and so forth. I always loved the any card, any number plot, but I always felt there was a lot of setup involved and it was hard to do on the spot. With The Count, you can do it with a borrowed deck, everything is clean, and the spectator does all the work. Without further ado, welcome to The Count. All right, here we go with The Count. I got a deck of cards. I'm gonna give it to my buddy Charlie. Charlie, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna select the card. So before you do that, I want you to deal down as many cards as you want. You're gonna stop anytime you want, till your heart's content. Just keep dealing down, yep. That's fine? Yep. That's gonna be your card. So show it to the camera, take a look at it yourself, don't forget it, and place it back. Good. Put the rest of the deck on top so we don't know where it is. And just so we lose it further, grab the deck in your hand and give it a cut. Great. Now, I don't want to touch the cards, okay? Name a number between, there's 52 cards in a deck, right? Yeah. So name a number, 1 to 20, doesn't matter.
15?
15? Mm-hmm. That's a free choice. So you had a free choice of the card, a free choice of the number. Go ahead, pick up the deck, and you're gonna deal down 14th card, stop at the 15th card. Let's see if we get lucky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Do you remember your card, Charlie?
6 of spades.
6 of spades. $11. No, that's not the card. That's actually the number that it's at. So if we count down 11 cards, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the 11th card, correct?
Yes.
Do you remember your card?
Yes.
What was it?
5 of diamonds.
5 of diamonds. Yes. Take the cards and deal down 16 cards, stop at the 17th card. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Put the 17th card right here. Do you remember your card? What was it? Of spades?
And we are back, and I just remembered then, apologies to the one guy that left a comment last week and said, it's really annoying when you click. I'm sorry about that. I'll try and change it in the future for the next one.
That's the only thing you find annoying? I am quite surprised.
Come on, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Anyway, yes, we do take your input here at Magic World. So let's get on to it. Let's not get sidetracked. On to the count.
Okay.
Now, you showed me this before.
I did.
I was impressed. I liked it.
Yeah.
So tell me your thoughts on it.
Okay. In terms of Alex Pandrea, who is he? So you might know him from the Blue Crown or the decks of cards that he's got. He's got loads of, I think, the knock deck. He's got all sorts. Very, very good sleight of hand.
Yep.
He says here he does the count as an alternative to an ACAN. And I've seen all over the sort of forums, it mentions, is this an any card at any number? I've also seen stuff about the trailer showing the best case. I've got no problem with that because you can make that happen. And he gives quite a few different tips on how to make that outcome happen.
Right.
And it can seem really, really hands-off. Yes, is there a chance you might need to adjust things on the fly or anything else? Yes, there is that chance. But it's quite a relaxed approach to it. And I thought it was useful.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, yes, it fooled me the first time. It got me a little bit. I mean, certain areas I could follow, of course. However, it's, like you said, it's not a pure any card at any number, but it works.
It's not, but it has a nice feel. When I watched the trailer, I thought, I didn't know how it was done. I'll admit that. I know the techniques that make it up, but that's different. Just because you know the ingredients doesn't always know you. Mean
would
you
you perform it? That's the big question.
I would. I don't technically use what's required for that. It's well taught. What you are using in that is well taught by Alex. The DVD runs to just over about half an hour. So some of that is the performances.
It's not the most amount of value in terms of length.
I don't really worry about that sort of bit. So the teaching is of his hands. So he's going through it. You will know exactly what you need to do. If you already know the main technique and you could spot what was going on, and you can already replicate this, you don't need it. But if you don't know how it was done and there's other bits, I think it is a nice piece. I think there's other methods that I prefer for an impromptu version. So one I would throw out there is Barry Richardson's impromptu any card any number, which is a different branch, different sort of technique, but that's the one I would go to. But would I use that? I think I would. I think it's quite nice.
To be honest, it's an almost impromptu way of just...
I think some people will watch the first part, find out that it won't always work exactly as it did in the trailer. There might be a little bit of a sort of...
how accurate was the trailer?
And I think the trailer's fine. The trailer was of what can happen with this, so I've got no issue with that. And what was really useful, and I think some people will miss, is just before he closes, he gives you the adjustment to make this work.
Right.
And I found more value in that for thinking how I could apply that to other things that I'd overlooked. So that, for me, got me sort of my money's worth out of that.
Right. So not a bad product overall, then?
It's certainly not bad, but in terms of rating everything else, if you're in and you're a sort of very hard liner on what is any card at any number, what's card at any number, what's this, what's that, this is not it.
But it's workable.
Selected card, and that was very freely selected by dealing through and stopping wherever they want, no issue with that, but it's at limited number. And the way of limiting it, I would put to a childhood memory, is one way of getting the sort of range down, or anything else and making it meaningful that way. So what I did with you was, how old were you for your first kiss? If the number's not ideal, no, I meant with, and you can go from there. I meant with Tom's, I meant French kiss, whatever you want to say, but that moves it on. Kiss with Tom's, no, that wasn't an offer. So that moves it a little bit. So if you've got this product, or if you know what I'm talking about, that gets you to an ideal or more ideal number.
Right, okay, so that retails at £14.99. Let's give it a rating out of 10. We talked about a number earlier on, and
I think it's solid. I think it is a solid server. I like it. Do you need this in your life? Can I fully recommend it? I don't know. If you've already got something that does that for you, you're not going to need this. But if you haven't, again, there's.
But it's a handy little tool to have in your box, like you said before. So there we go. The Count by Alex Pandrea, £14.99, and it's on the website right down below.
Something else to plug though of Alex's that I really did like was his at the table lecture. That was superb. I thought there was so much in that.
It was fantastic.
That was really good, and that's £6 as a download from Magic World.
From Magic World.
So
link will be in the show more as well.
You get so much material on that, and then if you like Alex's style, he's got quite a laid back, cheeky chappy style, and then get the Count.
Fantastic, there we go. Let's move on to product number 2. Product number 2. It sounds like a game show. Let's move on to product number 2. Implausibilities by Hudson Taylor. This was quite an exciting little trick, wasn't it? There's quite a lot you get inside this.
I'll admit, I was fooled by the trailer.
Let's cut to that trailer that we're talking about right now before we talk about it. Now.
Oh, it nearly clicked.
This is my version of any card at any number. It is totally impromptu. It can be a borrowed deck. There are no gimmicks. The cards can be completely shuffled. I do not need to have the card or the number known. I could leave the room and the effect happens. Cut a chunk of cards off of your packet and put it into your pocket. You're gonna cut somewhere, look at and remember the bottom card. And I wanna add this, I wanna make this especially fair. I want you to do the final shuffle. Well, you just riffle shuffle them, and again, nobody knows what the number is. Push them together. All the way. And just leave them. Just let them rest there. For the first time, how many cards did you take out? 9 cards. And what card are you thinking of?
4 diamonds.
The 4 diamonds. If the 4 diamonds could be at the 9th position in a deck that you have all shuffled. Count down for me. Let's see. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Imagine a series of circumstances in which the audience is given complete control of the cards and the coincidences they create. We're each going to shuffle our little packet. I'd like you to just choose one card and drop that down on the table, and then you're going to cut and bury it with some unknown number. If I can take the jokers, throw them in the pack. So what was your card? What was your card?
9 of spades.
9 of spades. So we need to find the other 2. One more shuffle. Let's see what happens. What was your card?
7 of diamonds.
Where the implausible strangely becomes the possible. So you have a number in your mind now. Now I want you to add a suit to that number. Whenever your intuition tells you, you deal 1 card face down. If that's the 4 of spades.
I didn't mean to say that.
That's okay. This is Implausibilities.
Okay, that is Implausibilities, and you pointed out that what we're most impressed about this DVD is the length of time that it lasts.
Yes. Having just said that I'm not that interested in whether it's this or that,
Yeah.
judging from the trailer, you might think it's just about that main effect.
Yeah.
Is it an Acorn? Isn't it? Blah, blah, blah. Not interested. There's way more to this DVD than that. You're getting effects with a stage stack. You're getting effects. There's other bits that he's got.
There's tons on it.
4 or 5 different moves that...
4 or 5 moves at the bottom,
that
which
I liked.
are not linked to this in many
No.
ways, but you're getting them as a bonus extra, and you'd probably be paying for those separately,
Yeah,
wouldn't you,
if
anyway?
you go on one of the sites that regularly has 1 move downloads,
Yeah.
you've got
1, 2,
6 on
3,
there.
4, 5, 6, yeah.
The 6 decent moves that you'd probably see for
Yeah, I
between
like one
5 and
myself,
£10.
and I
I'll
like
just show it
that.
in one then. I
Yeah.
need to put the practice in to get it smooth, but that was really good. You get quite a lot of effects.
Yeah.
They're well
1, 2,
credited.
3, 4, 5 effects as well.
So some of them are using that main sort of technique, and he really teaches it well. As I learned this, and I learned it very badly, and just bear with me, if you know how to Pharaoh and you do something that is akin to this, you'll see why I don't do Pharaoh shuffles very often. If you have to hold it in front of your face and do this sort of bit, and that was terribly, then you can see, that was not perfect.
You did a perfect one there before.
I did,
just 2
just for the record. But you can see why I don't do Pharaoh effects, why I skipped most of Apocalypse. Every time it says, oh, and now do 13 straight out Pharaohs, you think, yeah, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
However, if you've actually done it through, and I've brought the book, if you've actually learnt it properly through here, or let's say you haven't learnt it, fair play to Hudson, he teaches this really well.
Does he?
Really well. And I know people say that someone like Michael Close is a great teacher of the Pharaoh and there's great bits. I thought he did a fantastic job of teaching it. The step-by-step, over and over again, different angles, all the different effects. to clarify, there's different angles, so you're seeing it from underneath as he does
Yeah.
a sneaky move, or he'll use a different coloured back card with a 1 on it, so you don't see first person selection. Because some of the principles, they are absolute mind. When you think about the Fennell free cut principle, I'm not giving anything away, that's in there somewhere amongst all the different effects. That is an absolute mind blower, and there's a great effect by Steve Beam that I like. But he teaches that absolutely fantastically, so you can watch and go,
and it's different than your average one up here, isn't it? It's down here. It's
so
totally different.
He's got some good work on it. So some of the principles, you've got stuff with stay stat, you've got other stuff. I thought it was really good.
But the main effect in itself, the main number one effect.
The main number one effect, is it an A-card? No, I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Based on the selection, the different bits, I can see why you'd argue it is, but for me, if you're going absolute classical, it's name me a number, name me a card, bang.
Cantaloupe.
It's different. So it's not, but people put that in as part of the advertising. Is there a card involved? Yes. Is there a number involved? Yes. That doesn't necessarily make it an A card.
No.
But is it entertaining? I think Hudson is really personable. There's more and more performances that I'm seeing that are just come across very genuinely nice.
And it's refreshing, isn't it?
It's the sort of guy that you would have a beer with, and he does Magic a good service by just being a genuinely likeable guy. It comes across really well. I thought
fantastic.
It was really good.
Right, so Implausibilities, this retails at £18.99, and it's of course in the Show More section is the link for this. But what would you give it
for the download? That was just that was the download. So if you want this now, you watch the review, think I would like some of that.
Yeah.
Is it so in terms of level difficulty? If you can already Pharaoh Shuffle and you can actually do the proper one, not the manky one that I tried to do, you will eat this up. So there's some effects that you'll be able to get within 5-10 minutes. There's other ones, the Pharaoh effects will probably take a little bit longer.
It'll push you and get you to learn something new.
He goes through a routine, so you do this for a little bit, you do this for there's different bits to step by step get you there, but it's within most people's grasp. And what I would say is, it's probably going to distinguish you from other people because they can't do it.
Yeah.
So if you put the practice in, I know I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I haven't, but it actually made me want to. Because I thought all this sort of never liked it, but now you can do it down there. I thought it was really good.
It's always good to do it down there.
Yeah. No, leave it.
We shouldn't say jokes like that. Yeah.
No.
Sorry. Kids involved.
Yes.
Nobody knows. Anyway, Implausibilities.
Yes.
Quite simply, out of 10, what would you give this product?
I thought it was a good solid 8. I thought he did a really good effort. I thought the teaching was fantastic.
I think the fact it lasts for so long, I think definitely an 8 for this.
It's solid. So I'm sure there's something that people can use. The main effect might not be based on how it was shown on the trailer. I'm sure it can be adapted, but there's a lot going on at different times. It wasn't hard to follow, but it's not your direct mix and mingle. It's including a lot of people. But
mixes all sorts. So that's for the download. However, I think the actual product is very similar priced as well. It's around about that price. But we recommend, we've got these in stock here, but the download, you can have it, you can be watching this in 2 minutes time. It's that quick. Just go on Magic World, click on the download section, and get Implausibilities today. You will not be disappointed.
And as something else, way back on number 19 of the review show,
we did this.
We've been to the session convention and watched Assy Wind, or as you called him, ASI Wind. It's a bit like CSI.
Don't remind me. I didn't go to the session, so I didn't know how to pronounce his name correctly.
So this is £20, and this is Alex Pandrea's from The Count.
Yeah.
If he wants to do an A-Carn, this is what he's going to do, and this is only one of 3 effects on there. So the special offer you've got...
This was a top seller back then.
Yeah, there's 3... world-class effects.
How much are we doing it? It's normally 24, isn't it? We're doing it for 20, aren't we?
Yeah, 20. So if you wanted that, so if you're after an A-Carn, you haven't got one already, the one that the pros use is this.
So the very special offer is 20 on our site. There's only a limited number at this price, so it's a special offer just for you guys for a couple of days.
So that was just a recommendation. So all the A-Carn wars, my take on it is they aren't. They're nice effects, but they're not true A-Carns.
Fantastic. Okay, we've reached the end of the show, almost. Because just before we say goodbye to you, I'm going to offer you the competition. So the competition for this week, you came up with a really good idea, didn't you?
Well, I tried.
Sort of. As you all know, because we've been plugging it like crazy, we are launching the Aquatica deck. There's a real box, the Aquatica deck, on Kickstarter. We're 99% sure this is going to go ahead and they're going to be made. They're going to be produced for Blackpool, in time for Blackpool. Otherwise it might be just after the convention, but we're doing our best. It's a beautiful deck of cards from start to finish with lots of new pledges that have just been added. One of them is a deck of cards, the Aquatica, inside a bottle. There, you can see the image to this right now, inside a bottle. How cool is that? With a cork and everything. It's hard to do that. Sealed.
It took me about 4 hours the first time I made one. It's a pain in the backside.
I watched the video on how you do it, and it looks,
Yeah.
and that's without the cellophane on it.
Oh, I didn't even have a video. That
Yeah.
was Paul Harris's Art of Astonishment. That was the original coat hanger method. That was hard.
It's hard. So yeah, a deck of cards sealed inside a bottle is one of the pledges with 2 decks of cards, and now you get a laser cut scroll that's kind of like beautifully printed with UV ink saying thank you for backing the Aquatica deck. I think they retail, I think it's about 25 or... No, with the bottle it's a lot more, but if you want the scroll and the decks of cards, there's lots of new offers on there, well worth looking at. And the card clip is up the line as well. You'll see the card clip maybe online right now as well. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? You can't see it, but it's there on screen.
Yes, it does.
So here's the competition. Anyone who places an order on magicworld.co.uk, anybody from now until, and whoever in the past as well for the last couple of weeks, you will have been getting one of these inside your packages, which is an Aquatica playing cards leaflet with an Aquatica card as a sample. And all we ask is that you take a picture of this in the coolest place you could ever think possible. Simple as that, isn't it?
So you've got to take the picture, share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you're on, share it, give us the link, make sure you hashtag the backside of it like someone here does, and then let him know and he'll pick the coolest one.
Now, even if you don't necessarily get a card, because we've only got limited numbers of these printed, the cards, just take a picture of the leaflet sitting in the coolest, most unusual place you could ever imagine, and you will be entered into the competition to win a deck of these, maybe even 2 decks, who knows, we might just feel really generous when these get printed.
Yeah, if there's a lot of cool entries.
There might be
some more bonus.
There might be some more bonus people. So basically, please help us spread this word of Kickstarter. Please support this deck of cards yourself if you haven't yet already, because it's going to be a truly beautiful pack of cards, isn't it?
It is.
Yep, a lot of excited cardists out there that will be disappointed if this doesn't run. So there we go, that's the competition. Thank you very much for watching this week's show. I'm not sure if there's going to be another show for Christmas Day. We don't know what we're going to be doing next week yet.
Moving house, I think.
Oh, we've got time for one more Christmas show though before Christmas, haven't we?
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
We've got a lot of filming to do.
But you have to wear a Christmas hat.
Ooh, right, I'm out.
That's it. Anyway, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to see you all again. From myself, James Anthony, and
Daniel Meadows.
That's cheesy, isn't it, the way I do that?
Yes, very.
Bye for now.
Oh dear.
Cheese. I've got to stop being cheesy in the review show from now on.
Just the review?
Hey, that deck of cards your show. This is the very first Aquatica deck of cards. Check this out. There's version 1. And let's get it out. Here's version 2. 2.0. You can just about see it. Version 1. Version 2. Version 1. Version 2.
Don't put this on.
I'm not going to put any of this on. Need some Christmas songs playing. Merry Christmas.
Right, we're over.
Yeah.
This is when you start.